Hi, this is Tom Schmidt, back with another video on the 4 corners to a solid foundation with percussion. And my first video mostly talked about upstrokes and downstrokes. Today I would like to visit double strokes, most importantly getting our second note of the double to sound just as good as the first note. So I believe double strokes rolls consist of 3 elements: the bounce of the stick, our wrist control, having soft, relaxed wrists, and some finger dexterity. I'm going to show you some exercises that I've done, most importantly to address the finger dexterity and the snap, that have really helped my long tone with the double stroke roll become even. So I believe, once again, those 3 elements, wrist, bounce, and fingers, you address each one of those, and you may find it takes your doubles to the next level. So that's really what's happening. We're getting used to allowing the stick to just drop and bounce. So you might want to spend some time just seeing how slow you can make that drop. And then eventually we're just going to control it to 1 bounce. So really spending a little bit of time letting the stick go like that. Then of course working on our fast, relaxed wrist. Just our general practicing with stick control, working up some quickness and stability in our wrist. So all the stick control exercises are really the best for that. Then the third element, the finger dexterity, I think for me is one of the most important things. This is what's going to allow you to kind of bounce the stick against that finger for the second note of the double. Of course, without feeling the fingertip on the stick a little bit, you're going to get what's called the mama dada roll, which you hear sometimes, mama dada, the second note not as strong as the first. As opposed to when you develop a little bit of that quick wrists and fingers, you get a more even double stroke roll, which I think is more musical and more useful for various beats and fills. And so certainly some things that I've done to work on my finger dexterity. When I was a kid, I had a teacher who recommended to bring my stick up by my ears like this and just get used to the fingertips, bringing the stick into the palm. So once you do that, you can eventually play with just your fingers. Maybe even you can balance a quarter on your hand while you play. So just sitting down and trying to balance that quarter and just play with my fingers. We'll develop that dexterity and that muscle. It's really, as musicians, we're small muscle athletes. So we have all these small little groupings, small muscle groups in our hands that we really need to develop. And it doesn't happen overnight, but consistent and productive practice will get you there. Second is exercises that are going to help you snap out that second note. So talking about things like Accents and Rebounds by Joe Morello and Master Studies by Joe Morello have a lot of great stickings with beats where the accent is on the second note. So he really took stick control and took it to the next level for our technique. So kind of along the lines of that, one real simple one you can do is try snapping out the second note by starting the doubles on the upbeat and make the second note louder. So what I mean by this is this kind of thing. And 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. Right, left, left. I'm really trying to snap out that second note in one motion. Some people call it push-pull, but the stick's coming down and snapping it back in. Really useful, of course, for fast playing on the ride cymbal. And there you may come across some beats that's useful in as well. And I'll talk about that, but I'm going to start with the left. And over time, keep practicing this. And you'll develop the sensation of that fingertip not leaving the stick when you go to play your doubles. Maybe you're playing a beat. I could think of maybe, sometimes I've seen like a New Orleans thing where all the accents are on one hand. That little snap can be useful. Once I played a musical, Bring It On by Lin-Manuel Miranda, where there were marching bands on stage and they really wanted it to sound like a rudimental marching band. So I had a drum set part with my feet, but I remember the beat was something like paradiddle, 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 paradiddle. That kind of thing where the the second note on the diddle had to be snapped out a little bit, so they're looking for those kind of rudimental chops and that sound. So may come in handy in music, but once again, think about the bounce, quick wrists and fingers. You can get your second note of the double, and in general, your double sounding great. Thanks for watching. Bye.